Right now, Buddhism is experiencing a very interesting time. It is coming from one culture to the other culture. It is coming from the East to the Western world, to the European culture. And it's, on the one hand, it's very interesting in itself, and it has experienced such periods before. And one of these periods was the subject of my PhD thesis. Yeah? And when I defended my thesis, I went to Lama Ole to report, because it was his idea that I do it. And I reported, and then he said, okay, you should transform your thesis into a book and make sure that it is translated. So I started then. I was thinking for a couple of years how I can make a book, an interesting book, out of a thesis which is completely unreadable, I think. I cannot read it myself. And then I had the idea that I will produce a hero, a character, so it will be a fabular book, a fiction book. When I had this idea, I bought my ticket to Nepal, because the main characters, they were supposed to live there in Nepal. And as soon as I bought it on the internet, I opened my emails and I saw a message from Marzena Polawska from Poland. And the message said, well, Lena, is it possible to use your doctor thesis as a basis for an animation movie about the Buddhist masters? And then I took it as a sign. Yes, and of course I answered, yes, it is possible, and please buy a ticket to Nepal.
My adventure with Nam Thar started from a journey. It was a long time ago, in 2004. I visited Far East, a place called Kalimpong, and one of its Buddhist temples. I saw for the first time Tibetan paintings of the wall, and it was then when I fell in love with this painting style, and it was then when I thought that I'd like to bring these paintings to life. Later, during the same trip, I met Artur Przemysławski, who was then studying at the Karmapa International Buddhist Institute, KIBI, in New Delhi. I told him about my fascination for the Tibetan art and plans to bring it to life in the form of an animation movie, and he said, yes, it is a great idea, and I suggest you to do it about Buddhist masters, and it will be called Nam Thar. Together with a friend of mine, Joanna Pawłowskiewicz, we showed the first attempt to animate a Buddhist painting called the Refuge Tritanka to the 17th Karmapa Trinley Thaye Dorje. He liked it very much since he is fond of the art of animation, and after seeing our artwork he said, I have always wished that someone would do something like that. With Artur, we spent a long time working on the script for the film and created a few stories about the Buddhist masters. We planned to make a few shorts based on these stories, but we had difficulties securing funding to produce these films. I couldn't do it on my own. I didn't really have enough historical knowledge. And when I started feeling like giving up, I heard about Lena Leontieva and her PhD thesis. I emailed her, and she invited me to work together. To make this project a reality, we need your support. We need to raise money to cover production, final bits of editing and printing costs. We want to make sure that the book is the best it can be. And if we raise more funding, we plan to create beautiful audiobook with music by Piotr Ślęczek, and later start working on a movie adaptation.
Let's publish this book together. Support us on Indiegogo. Let's make the wishes of Buddhist masters come true, and let's bring Tibetan paintings to life.